Ahoy and welcome. I am the Pirate Tester, and today I'm here to plug something because what is YouTube without plugging something? So I'd like to share with you some events that I'm doing coming up in the near future that I would like you to know about. So the first is on Wednesday, 19th of August. So that's just under a week from me recording this. So the following Wednesday at 8 p.m. UK time. So that's UTC +1 because we're on British summertime at the moment, for those of you who aren't in the UK. And I'm going to be part of a team of 4 people doing an AMA on blogging and how to start blogging. So I'm going to be joined by Bruce the Legend, who does testing as well as fantastic art online. I'm going to be joined by speaker Louise Gibbs and by Chris Armstrong from the Testing Peers. And between us, we are going to be answering questions people have to do with blogging. We don't know what the questions are yet. People haven't submitted them, but people have plenty of time to think of them. So you might want to ask us why we started blogging, what benefits we found from it, what problems we found from it, if it's helped us with us a career, how we struggle to come up with what we want to blog about, anything to do with blogging, or it might shift off. So you might want to go, how did blogging lead me to vlogging and doing these videos, for example? Who knows? It is completely free. There is no charge whatsoever. I will put a link to it down below. Good old YouTube pointing. So yes, so that's the first thing I've got going on. The second thing that I'd like to announce is something that is new for me and I am both excited and terrified about. So if you've been to my channel before, you'll see that I've done several videos on different testing things, including talking about SQL and giving an overview with it. So Ministry of Testing is wonderful people. They do fantastic testing events and webinars and all sorts all across the world. They've introduced something called 99-minute workshops. So it's a take on their 99-second talks they do at all of their conferences, and that I've done many, many times. And with that, I'm going to be doing an interactive workshop on an introduction to SQL for testers. So you don't have to be a tester to attend, but it's geared around what things will be useful for testers. So in that, I'm going to cover 3 broad areas. First one is understanding how to select your data. So everything you can put in your select query. So a lot of that what I've covered in a video previously, but I'll be talking about using select but distinct, counting, because sometimes you don't need to see everything that's there. The second thing that I'm going to be covering is how to narrow down your data and the rows you see with a where clause. So with our selects, we're restricting this way number of columns. With our where clause, we're restricting this way with number of rows. And finally, for the third part, I'll be going into detail of how to join tables. So I've done a video on this, but I'll go into more detail on what happens if you want to join multiple tables and so forth, because it's useful to know how to view data in a back-end database, because it can influence what you might want to do with some front-end testing to confirm that it's happened. You might use it to go, right, we're going to hook into this API and it will send data to our database. Well, has it sent it things through correctly? Do we know if there's a problem when it gets to the database, or is it sending from the API or so forth? Where could things go wrong? So for this, there are 4 different dates I'm doing, and I've made sure I've written them out just to make sure I don't mess up. So the first is on the 7th of September at 12 p.m. UK time, so lunch UK time. That's the very first one. Then all the way to 4th of December at 12 p.m. New Zealand time. I'm not going to give time zones because Google can translate them better for me, and I don't know when things like summer times do and don't end. And I know that December is summer in New Zealand, so they might have a summertime clock. I don't know. I don't want to risk giving you the wrong information. But 12 p.m. New Zealand time, I've never done anything out that far ahead before. So it's going to be a late night for me. It's like 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. my time. I'm a night owl, so it doesn't bother me. Then next year on the 3rd of March at 1 p.m. New York time, I'll be doing this. So people Europe, over in Australasia, and also over in the Americas, you will be have a way to get to this workshop at a suitable time. And then on the 5th of July, I'll be doing 12 p.m. UK time again. So four times I'm running this over 3 different time zones. So if you are Europe based, you're probably more likely to be interested in September and July. If you're like Australia, China, New Zealand, especially New Zealand because it's New Zealand time, then you might be interested in 4th of December. And if you're Americas, so United States, Canada, but also Mexico, South America, Brazil, all sorts. So this is why I'm making sure I say Americas and not just United States. 12 p.m. New Zealand time, then this is for you. So in true me fashion, I'm trying to think how to make it engaging and slightly piratey. So my mind is planning to have it where you're going through a quest to find clues to get this information, like you're trying to track down a pirate's map and get to his treasure until we can get this piece of data that we are trying to find. But we got to go on a journey to get there. It isn't just a case of, oh, go here, press this, done. So those are the 2 things that I've got coming up. For the introduction to SQL, it requires you to be a pro member to Ministry of Testing. So for a long time, you could only buy it as a year, and that is £250 for 1 year. But what they are recently changed is you can pay monthly, and you can choose to pay per month continuous as a subscription, or you could just buy one-off months. So if there are certain events going on you want to attend, you can pay for that month. You have to be a paying member when the event happens, not when you register. So if you're interested in, say, in December, and you are buying for your membership now but not paying for it in December, you won't be able to attend, and so forth. I've been a subscriber for several years because there's all sorts of other benefits to it. So there's lots and lots of other workshops that have been going on and will be going on. So you can have a look at those. All of their past conference videos, their webinars, they all get available to pro members, as well as some courses that have been done and something that I might do one day. We'll see how the workshop goes, one step at a time. So there's lots of great perks for it. I don't get a kickback from it. I'm in full transparency. They are paying people for doing the workshop because they appreciate that there is time and effort that goes into this, and they want people to be suitably rewarded. But also, conversely, it means that you know that when you attend these things, you're getting people who are putting time and effort into this and getting suitably rewarded, and not just doing it for exposure, because exposure does not pay the bills, folks. So yeah, these are the things I've got going on. So hopefully I will see you this coming Wednesday, 19th of August, 8 p.m. UK time. So that's GMT +1 because we're British summertime at the moment. Ask your questions in advance. It lasts for 1 hour, completely free. It will be recorded, I believe, I hope, put on the Ministry of Testing website because it's being supported by MOT. And then the 4 different introduction to SQL workshops. If there's questions you have, things you want to know, get in touch, put in the comments below, reach out to me. I'm on Twitter @thepiratetester. You can get my blog. Links to it all on my YouTube profile, wherever it all lands up. And I look forward to seeing you. Thanks very much. Goodbye.